Hey guys, Dr. Snellgrove here, just recording a quick video to introduce our second essay. And so I'm going to have some disclaimers. It's going to be a short video, I promise, but I'm going to have some disclaimers at the end, like what you're not supposed to do in the essay. And I've got those also in the description on Canvas. But I wanted to let you know the old axiom. You may have heard this before, like whenever you see really crazy signs somewhere, it's like, no driving your motorcycle on the casino floor. It's because an idiot has done this before. So I'm going to tell you right now a very simple essay assignment, and then I'm going to tell you all the stuff you're not supposed to do with it. And well, you can figure out that a lot of people had trouble following the directions before. So anyways, this essay is very loosely inspired by an article in your book on a very cheerful topic. The article is Date Rape Exposing Dangerous Myths. And the author, it's a short article, but the author talks about these myths that have persisted, in some cases persisted through centuries. And the most fascinating thing about it is the myths endure despite any, there's no evidence. That's what makes them myths, right? People believe in them. So what I'm asking you to do is to choose your own myth that you want to write about. So you have a lot more control over your topic with this essay than you did in essay one. And you can pick anything. I've had people talking about, they write about Bigfoot, the Jersey Devil, aliens, all sorts of stuff like that. So you get to pick a myth. It can be, if you've got one that you already really care about, that might make it a little easier to write. But I mean, God knows you can just search for, popular myths and find all that. But you're going to pick a myth. And then the essay involves you arguing how and why people believe this myth despite the lack of evidence. It's like, hey, why do people believe in Bigfoot despite us not, there's not like a Bigfoot corpse that we can go study. Why do people believe in it? Now, I don't want to put my thumb on the scale of your own writing, but as you might imagine, a lot of this has to do with media stuff. It's like, oh, people believe in Bigfoot because of all these Bigfoot movies and TV shows and books and magazine articles and YouTube videos and so on and so forth. So I just want you to think critically, like, okay, you've chosen a myth. In many cases, these are popular. There are millions of people that believe in Bigfoot. Why? Whatever myth you choose, why is it that you think people believe in this thing despite the lack of evidence? All right, so beyond that, basic requirements are all the same as essay one. So it's still MLA format. I hope you found that template helpful. It's still a minimum of 2 pages, double spaced. I hope that is, not too much for you. Now, some of you wrote more than that for essay one, which is fine. I do want to emphasize no one's ever punished for writing too much or writing more than the minimum. The minimums are just there because, well, that's the minimum. We take points off if you're, writing less than 2 pages, but we don't take points off if you write more than 2 pages. It's still a minimum of 5 paragraphs. And finally, it's still Times New Roman font size 12. Again, that's part of the MLA template if you're using it. All right, and that's it. That's the basics. But as promised, and you'll see these again on Canvas, maybe you're looking at it right now as you watch the video, things you are not doing in this essay. All right, number 1 with a bullet. You are not writing about why this is a myth. I don't know what it is. I think there's an entire generation was raised by Mythbusters or something. As soon as they see myth in the assignment, I am going to explain in meticulous detail why Bigfoot is not real. That's not the assignment. I know he's not real. I'm going to take your word for whatever myth you pick. You tell me it's a myth, I'm going to take your word for it that it's a myth. I don't know if y'all feel this at this juncture of your academic career. 2 pages is not a lot of room. And so we don't need an extensive exegesis on why the myth is a myth. Tell us it's a myth, move on. You are not explaining why it isn't a myth. This is rarer. But I get a weirdly large amount, or I have had a weirdly large amount of students over the years, that they pick something that they believe in that other people consider a myth, and then they write a whole defensive ass essay about it. I've got a whole, many people think healing crystals are a myth, but my witch tribe has been using them for many years, and I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm like, I don't care what you're doing with the crystals. I don't care where you put the crystals. Even just don't tell me about it. It's not the assignment. Why do people believe the myth despite the lack of evidence? That's the beginning and end of the assignment. And then the last one, This maybe is less of a shocker. You're not writing about date rape. The original article in the book is about date rape, a very depressing topic, as you might imagine, very traumatizing topic. I'm not asking you to write about date rape. I'm asking you to pick your own myth. It can be big stuff. I've talked about Bigfoot, aliens, Jersey Devil, all that kind of stuff. It can be local myths. Sometimes people have cool, back in my hometown, we had this myth of blah, blah, blah. But the same principle applies. Okay, whatever the myth is, why do you think people believe it? That's what you're going to be arguing. Why do people persistently believe this myth despite the lack of evidence? So that's about it for me. I think I've got an outline assignment going along with this. Y'all know the deal. If you have any questions about it, feel free to email me. Feel free to text me at 863-835-2399. And I'm going to try to get those essay ones graded sooner rather than later. I've also got some more grammatical content coming in, grammar videos, and our first quiz is around the corner. Don't worry, it's going to be easy, work at your own pace kind of thing. It's all good. Hope y'all are having a good time. Let me know if you aren't. Well, let me know if there's anything I can do about it. I hate this class. I can't do much about that. But in all seriousness, if you have any concerns, reach out. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing your writing. Bye.